Welcome to Norsin Around, part of the Grueling Truth Radio Network. As always, I'm your host, James Ernest. Along with me is Alex Gray. Alex, what have the Norse been up to?
All righty. So, first off, Lavone Holland II has been named Horizon League Player of the Week. Of course, coming a week after Drew McDonald won it, so that's pretty good. The men's team is now at 7-3. They had a great game against Eastern Illinois. They had a great game against Southeast Missouri State. So let me look up the scores real quick, but they had a...
it was 80-70, right. Eastern Illinois, and 80-66. So they're scoring consistently. And the nice thing about that scoring, I think it was last year. It was either last year or the year before, and they still might be doing it. They were giving out Domino's pizza.
Yes, they do, because I was at the Eastern Illinois game, and, oh, my God, everybody in the arena went ballistic.
Exactly, when they scored that 80th point. Because until then, from once they won the game, for basically 70 to 80, no one cared. But when they hit that 80, that really means something, yeah. I know what you mean.
Oh, yeah. But, in the game against Eastern Illinois, Lavone Holland had 28 points, so that's really good. So Drew McDonald had 17 points, Jeff Garrett with 8. Carson Williams with 10 points. I felt like he had a pretty good game. Also, the crowd was a bit bigger, too. I was very happy with that. We had a pretty decent-sized crowd. Let's see if I can...
So maybe up to 2, you think? 2,000?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It felt like 2,000-plus were at that game. So I liked the idea of more people being out there. And that was the game recap of the Eastern Illinois game. The one for Southeast Missouri State, my dad actually went there for a couple of years. Cole Murray shot 26 points. He had 8 for 11 from the three-point. Oh, dear. My dad was calling me. I'll have to answer him here in a little bit. Cole Murray had an incredible 8 for 11 from the three-point land and a perfect 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Lavone Holland had 19 points, like I mentioned, narrowly missing 20 points for a third straight game. Jeff Garrett had 8 points. Carson Williams had 8 points. So, we're really scoring, so that's really good. And our next game will be against Eastern Washington on the 18th.
And they've played in this area before. I think they're playing, on the 20th. They're going to be playing Xavier, so they're doing a little bit of run in the tri-state area.
That's good.
That'll be interesting to see. And then, like you mentioned about the scoring, of course, the team scored over 79 points 5 times this season, so can't go wrong with that. So that's a good sign. And then you were mentioning, of course, in the Eastern Illinois game, how Drew got his 32. So, it sounds like the men's program's going in the right direction.
Yeah, they really are.
Who do the men have next?
They have Eastern Washington at home on the 18th, and then Brescia, I believe it is, on the 21st at home as well.
Okay, nice. So let's see. Like you said, they're starting to rebound better. They're, of course, scoring consistently. So, those are all excellent signs.
It's definitely a great start to the season at 7-3. So who knows what they could do?
Their roles.
Shall I talk about the women's team?
Yes, we will turn over to the women's team. And the women, we said a lot of nice things about the men, so it's good that we said nice things. Because the women, they tried hard, and they showed up on time to the game in Indiana. That's what I like to say. Women, the score isn't worth mentioning, 49-100. But, they did improve on some stuff. Their turnovers were down dramatically. They only had 12, so that's really good. When earlier in the year they had, 28 in one game or 27 in another. So those are good signs. But it's difficult to do well when the other team, when Indiana, they were 600% from 3-point land. That is tough.
Yeah, it's tough when you go on the road and play someone big like Indiana. And, I think they definitely did the best that they could do.
Yeah, exactly. I ended up speaking to Kelley Wiegman, and fans, after the show, we're going to attach, of course, Kelley Wiegman's interview from last Thursday onto this show, so stick around and listen to that. Should be pretty good. Yeah, she talked about, of course, playing up there in Bloomington, Indiana, and how just the impact it had on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, coming home, playing Murray State, which is, more along the lines of where Northern, it feels we belong right now. And, hopefully someday we will feel like we, belong with the Big Ten, with the Indianas and that kind of thing.
I think we will.
Big Ten is a tough conference.
Definitely.
Another local team, UC, went up to Ohio State and got their brains beat in as well. I think they were also doubled up just like NKU's women. So we can't feel too bad about that. But, yeah, the women, where are they going to be heading off to? I heard they're going somewhere nice.
Yeah, they're playing Portland State in Las Vegas. They're playing in a little tournament, I believe. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Let me see here. It's called...
Originally it was going to be like Puerto Rico or something, right? And then they moved it out to Vegas?
It's the Puerto Rico Classic, but it says Las Vegas, Nevada on here.
Yeah, because they ended up moving that. I ended up hearing that. I was at a Xavier event, and they were talking about how some of the events that weren't on the Continental 48 were going to be moved to Vegas due to safety concerns and health concerns. And I don't think anybody's ever going to complain about going to Vegas. However, unfortunately for the student athletes, a lot of them are under 21, so they don't really get to do all the fun stuff out in Vegas.
Yeah.
And so the coaches, and once again, the coaches will be so busy doing coach stuff, they probably won't get to enjoy it either. That's unfortunate. But, yeah, being out there in Vegas will be nice. Actually, it would be nice to be out there covering the tournament. Yeah, if Mike gets bored and listens to the show, Mike, please send us to Vegas. I don't think that's going to happen. But, yeah, you're right. The women, they have been improving. Like you said, the turnovers are down. They only had 10 against Murray State, and they were doing a lot better there. So, yeah, they end up getting some things going in the right direction. So, any more thoughts about the women?
They had a game against Murray State. They had a really close game, and they lost in the end. The score was 72-69 Murray State. And in that game, Shar'Rae Davis had 13 points. Mikayla Terry had 19 points and 17 rebounds. Taryn Tar, if I pronounce that correctly, had 7 points. Kelley Wiegman had 9 points with 40 minutes on the floor. So, they're 2 and 7, but still, I think they'll improve as the season goes.
Mm-hmm. They're working.
Really think.
Exactly.
Ooh, yeah.
I have some good news.
Yeah.
Starting in February, I think that's when it is. When the baseball season starts, of course, I don't think we have home until March. I've seen the NKU schedule, but I know how some of the other teams around here are. We are going to be covering NKU Baseball. So that'll be nice. So we'll be able to cover the off-season events for the NKU Basketball. Probably going to be participating in the Gear City tournament, which used to be Devereaux's, that kind of thing. So hopefully we'll be covering that as well. But along with covering that, we're going to be covering the baseball. So some good stuff going on there.
Cool.
So just wanted to tell everybody that good news. And, yeah, folks, actually, Alex, what were the teams that are going to play out in Vegas again?
The women's team, I know they have Portland State tonight. I unfortunately cannot pull up a score right now. And they also, tomorrow, they're playing Arkansas State, and then Wednesday they play Southern Mississippi.
Oh, nice. So they're playing Scottie Pippen's alma mater. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. Hopefully he swings out that way and checks out the game. It's always good to check in your old university. So, any other thoughts about the men's or women's?
As always, it's an exciting time to be an NKU student, and I encourage everyone at NKU and the community to go out and support the Norse.
Sounds great. So, fans, stop on out. You see Alex in the pet band, give him a hi and all, and we're looking forward to more coverage of NKU basketball. And like I said, stay tuned after the show The show is going to be linked to an interview with Kelley Wiegman. So, sounds good. Thank you, folks.
I always like to start off with why NKU?
Well, honestly, it was a place where I could choose to play basketball and study what I wanted to academically. So I'm actually a chem major and math minor.
Oh, wow.
And not many places would let me go into that hard of a major and yet play Division I athletics, but NKU let me do that, and
nice.
That was really important to me, and the people around here are really welcoming, and it felt like home, so it was a really great fit for me.
Excellent. I was going to say that's what I heard from Rebecca as well, the home feeling to it. And that is good that they do let you expand your academic goals, because I know a lot of universities, like you said, will just, you need to be a basket weaver. And
right.
You're like, what?
Yeah, they kind of shoot you down on that.
Exactly. So what are the team goals for this year?
Well, I mean, definitely to try to win the tournament and get into the NCAA tournament. That's an overall goal, but day by day we just try to improve and see that daily improvement and just get better. And right now, focusing on us and improving our game and trying to reach that long-term goal and get where we want to be and just competing every day.
Excellent. You mentioned your major was what, chem?
Chemistry, yes,
nice.
Sir.
So what are you planning on doing with the chemistry degree?
Well, right now I've applied to a few grad schools, and I'm going to try to go into chemical engineering.
Oh, wow.
So, hopefully, fingers crossed.
So is that like making products, or is that what?
Yeah, it could be a variety of different things, but I definitely do want to go into more of the industrial side.
So like PG&E and stuff
yeah,
like that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's always a good thing. Let's see. Who's the leaders on the team?
Honestly, there's a lot of different leaders. Beck is a great leader. She works every day, goes hard every single day. But and Casey's a good vocal leader. She's constantly telling people where to be on the floor and helping to instruct us. And that's good. That's what we need right now. But honestly, a lot of different people step up at different times, and so it kind of fluctuates. Which is good, but also sometimes we need that one strong person to just kind of be steady, and I don't think we've really found that yet. So hopefully we get there as the season progresses.
So who's the funniest on the team?
The funniest? I don't know. That's hard. We're all kind of knuckleheads.
Excellent. Yeah, that's what Rebecca was saying. She was saying that y'all kind of have a more relaxed atmosphere compared to her last team.
Definitely.
And then probably kind of the same answer, I guess, for this next question. The hardest worker on the team. I mean, is there that one player that just, looks like they're going to run through a brick wall, kind of?
Becca works hard every day. She goes after it.
So tell me the difference between the Atlantic and the Horizon.
The Atlantic Summit is definitely more of an athletics conference. And the girls got up and down the floor a lot more versus the Horizon League, which is more of kind of a half-court game, I guess you could say, and more skill-based players. So it definitely is a transition, but I think last year we made it pretty good, that transition. So it'll be fun to get after it again this year. Yeah,
was it last year that y'all played in some type of postseason game, something that was up here, or was that the year before?
Yeah, we made it into the WBI last year.
What exactly is that for those who, because most people know the NCAA, they know the NIT.
Right.
I know a lot of people were kind of confused by that.
It's just another invitational tournament.
Okay.
Since we can't make it into the NCAA, right?
Yeah, the logistics of the 4-year rule.
Right.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the NIT, but I guess you could say not necessarily as prestigious.
Okay, so someone else puts that on, not the NCAA?
Right, correct.
Oh,
so we can make it into that one, but
nice.
Not the NCAA.
Actually, it was funny. I worked with some of the people that did the Miami tournament for the men.
Right.
And they were kicking around the idea of a bowl game, but heck, if we can throw a postseason basketball tournament, why not? That could be fun. Have it here at BB&T Arena. So who would be the biggest influences in your life besides basketball? Like family members, teachers?
Definitely my parents. They taught me to work hard every day and that things are earned, not given. So you got to go out and get it. And my brother, he's always there for me. He's like a rock. Can always give him a call after a hard day.
Nice.
And somehow he can always make me smile.
Awesome.
So definitely family's a huge influence in my life.
And was that part of the decision coming to Northern with it being so close to your home in Cincinnati?
Not necessarily. At first I kind of wanted to get out. Started looking at a lot of Pennsylvania schools, but I'm glad that I ended up close. It's special to have your family to be able to come to every home game and have them cheer you on in the stands. That's something that I hadn't really counted on, but I'm glad that it ended up that way. So.
Speaking of the stands, I hear the stands were packed for the Stetson game. About 2 weeks ago, something like that? So what was that like?
That was cool. Normally we don't have that, so it's pretty cool to see a full house, even if it is just a bunch of little kids screaming. But it was energetic, and they were into it, and it's always that extra energy factor to go out and play hard when you got a full house. And it was a lot of fun. It's something that we don't get to experience every day.
With playing such a tough schedule so far, do you feel that's going to help for the for the conference?
Most definitely. We've played a lot of good teams so far, and that just helps you prepare and get better for the conference. Because we got a tough conference coming up, and so playing all these hard teams, it just helps you see different things. It helps you get ready. By playing easy teams, it just kind of gives you a false sense of security. But, we don't have that, and we're definitely working on ourselves and getting better, so I think we'll be ready.
I know you're probably crazy busy with school and then, of course, the team. But when you do have downtime, what teams do you watch?
Honestly, I'm kind of a big football fan, so I love watching the Saints and Drew Brees. He's kind of a big idol of mine for what he does on and off the field.
Oh, nice.
So I think he's a really great individual for his character overall.
So any takeaways from the Indiana game yesterday? Anything that good come out of it?
We got to see a great team, played a great team. It's an example of where we need to be. It was a lot of fun to go up to Bloomington and play on a great basketball court. Something really cool to say I've been able to play in Assembly Hall. But, it was a great opportunity for us to work on us, and we just need to keep fighting in those types of games to get better and keep improving on our game. But it was just overall a learning experience for us.
Nice. Well, I appreciate your time, and it'll be on thegruelingtruth.net. Thank you, ma'am.